jóvenes ordenados.
I've never had like a multi. Well, I never had.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brian Socia. We'd like to welcome everybody presented by Huge Sports Learners. All that recovery is more here today. For us to host our restaurant, this amazing facility, they really appreciate it. I'm going to be here today talking about which takes place in 19 years after that tragic day. We're going to forget that. Make sure you're not going to forget that day as well. That's why we're so proud to honor the men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice at that event. It's taken a very strong history of that. And we're going to try to this proud American jumped out, oncoming bullets at him, enemy fire, and he gave his own life for the safety of his fellow service members. I think, and we all think, that's an amazing thing he did. So we're proud to announce a partnership with the Travis Manion Foundation. You're going to hear more about that at BKFC. Thiago, UFC legend, first ever Bellator champion, UFC contender, Hector Lombard, battling former longtime UFC contender, Kendall the Tiger Rose.
About that at BKFC 12, which, by the way, features a great event. I mean, great bout sheet. A longtime UFC veteran, the contender.
Thanks so much, Brian. Yeah, it's a great time for our company. A lot of things are really happening positively for us. First, I'd like to send a very special thank you to my man Danny from Fusion CBD for always supporting us. We have a great product, and thank you for your support. Also, right now, I'd like to make a very, very special announcement. We are so happy to have this addition to the BKFC family, and we call it family because we're all growing together, and everything seems to be really, the synergies are working very well for everybody that we're bringing on board right now. And as this next person I'm going to announce gets to work with us and see how it goes, she's going to understand that this is a very great family and it's a great partnership. And these partnerships only work when it's a win-win proposition, and we feel as though it's a win-win proposition for us. So we're very, very happy to announce the official signing and the superstar, BKFC at Bare Knuckle FC Fighter now, at Bare Knuckle FC Fighter, Paige Van Zandt.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and obviously I'm really excited to be here and officially be a part of the family. I've spoken about it, and this has been in talks ever since I was a free agent. So this is kind of where I felt the most passionate about, and then it completely lined up with what I wanted, they wanted, and we were able to really create a happy partnership. And I do think we're both very excited. It's a win-win for both of us, and I can't wait to get my first matchup, and we're already in talks of when that might be. And yeah, super excited about the opportunity, and I hope to be a part of your guys' family, not only just in my fights, but also outside of it. I think they'll see a lot of me around the BKFC family. So thank you.
Thank you, greatly appreciate that. We're so excited to have you here. We're excited to do these amazing events like BK. The first thing we want to talk about is what a great event it is. We're excited. We have one of those three partnerships right now. We're going to talk on Kendall. After a lot of questions I'm sure people didn't have, just some of the ones that I have for you. I want to know, how did you feel fighting your first time against David London?
I think great, and for me. So I'm gonna be gonna part with Body Shots first, and then go to Head.
All right, we thank you for that. It's a great way of looking at it. And we're going to get back to questions for everybody after we get through this. So I also want to talk about our other fight, one of the featured fights, the featured fight. Of course, Thiago, Knuckle Alves taking on Phil New York Badass Baroni. And you know, thank you for being here with us today, Thiago. We appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Pleasure to have you here as well. After a long, highly successful career at UFC, what led you to the fighting championship?
You know, I we do some all the time. You know, became kind of routine. I already knew what to do. When I get there on Monday, you know, I went through the whole process. So I wasn't as excited as I am right now. Excited to get up there. And, you know, I think that's going to be exciting. You know, the way I see it, it's like I'm walking, you know, with my legs about to try to. I'm grab the butts.
There you go, and that's a great thing. A lot of people excited to be here with your other fighting championship. How do you see the fight with Phil Baroni breaking down? And what do you feel with that?
Well, I feel I'm going to be a half hour. You know, that's the plan. You know, that's always going to be the plan. I have 2 minutes, 1 minute rest. You know, I know it's going to be a little bit of adjustment because it's going to be a sprint of 2 minutes. But you used to fight 50 minutes at high pace, and I think to 2 minutes with 1 minute rest in between. Let's go. You know, so I don't know how it's going to play out. This is the reality of it. I know I'm going to be ready to go down 10 minutes, and I know it's going to come right soon. So I know somebody's going to.
All right, well, that's a great way of looking at it. Again, we'll get to your questions in just a little bit. But first, I want to talk to Paige Van Zandt. Our recently signed, you've seen her on social media, everybody saw it.
And I have a mutual friend with BKFC. He actually asked me to commentate. He called me and I was like, you know, I wonder if and now you know,
We're social media. You've seen there's tons of different opinions on everyone's got it. So what are your thoughts on the response to signing? Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's
I mean, it's like all the jobs we look like we love to do. It's not I think like, oh, I'm look at you here. So not a concern.
Let's get a advantage with their number 5 championship.
Definitely, you know, I always stronger action and love that and that's something I've been working after 4 years, working strictly Muay Thai. So I do feel I'm going to be able to bring that in and have a lot of success with that.
And working on very important issue, which is sex. So I'm first on question. When do you think
Yeah, we actually, I moved here, I'm working on the American top team. I believe that, I work boxing, but I also have a very good Muay Thai background, so being able to do the clinch work and stuff that is in BKFC, I feel like it is an advantage for me. I love my new location, but for the past 3 or 4 years, working strictly Muay Thai, so I do feel I'm gonna be able to bring that in and have a lot of
I
success.
don't know if
You said you're Korean, you're working on it, you're working on it, it's very important, as you were just saying. So I'm gonna put you on Front Street, Main Street here. When do you think you'll be ready for your first bare knuckle fighting championship fight?
Yeah, we actually, my husband and I just moved here, so we're gonna be working out of American Top Team here in Coconut Creek. I'm hoping that, we get something lined up. I'm excited to see when that is. I'm already doing 6 days a week of straight boxing. I was able to communicate with Thiago, and he kind of pointed me in the right direction of coaching and getting me everything I needed and set up here since it's a new location. But I already feel like I'm a part of the family, and it really won't be long until I feel confident and comfortable taking a fight.
Very good answer. So I want to know, aside from fighting, is there anything else you have planned with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship? I know you mentioned earlier about maybe commentating. That's how kind of this relationship started. What else do you envision aside from fighting at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, Paige?
Yeah, of course, commentating was already something that we had spoken about, and that's something I hope that they open up the opportunity for me to do. And I just feel like I have a lot of talents outside of just fighting. I love fighting. That is my main passion. But I also know I'm very good at multitasking, and I would love to really become a part of the family. And when I was talking through negotiations, we did have a lot of really good offers, one that were completely comparable to this one. But what we spoke about and what I really loved is that they wanted me to be a part of the family and be able to work with them and become a face of the organization. I want to be able to utilize the other skills I have, and that is TV and camera work. And I'm excited to do that too.
We're excited to have you here. And you said become a part of the family. You are a part of the family, Paige Van Zandt here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And we love you being a part of the family.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here with us. Media, as we're here, we're going to start taking some questions. When you're ready, you can step up to the mic, give your media outlet. Anybody who'd like to form a line, you can go. Whoever wants to go first. Fine. Step up to the mic, my man, and give your media outlet and your question.
James Man, Blackboard Report. Hector, my brother. Okay, we've known each other for a long time. Got a good question for you, man. Look, I see more and more fighters going into their early 40s and still competing at a high level. What makes you think, and what gives you the preparation for you to step up to that same level in bare knuckle fighting?
I want to use the platform first to mention something before I answer your question. I'm proud to be part of bare knuckle, and one of the reasons why is because we have so much division in this country, and you see all these companies. It's cool to be kneeling to the national anthem, to embrace more racial issues. And come on, we don't have no racial issues in this country. Yeah, because some police fucked up or individuals do crazy shit. It's gotta be generalized by everybody. We have a black president. We have so many, from senators to politicians to mayors to governors, they're black. And what bothers me in the news, you always see like systemic racism. I mean, like, come on, you have no clue what systemic racism is. If we would have systemic racism, half of the people would be here today in this room alone. So I think like some athletes need to step up and instead to embrace that bullshit they need to stop because, you know, there's a lot of kids that they're looking up to where you can be a movie star or an athlete or a celebrity. They're looking up to you. So I'm happy to be part of a company that want to do something for the 9/11. I haven't seen any company out there that done that. I haven't seen any company that support our men and women in uniform, and they do a terrific job to keep our country safe and to keep every single one of us safe. And it's not right what the people are doing.
Thank you very much. Next person like to step up, please. Your media outlet, your name, and your questions.
How you doing? I'm Chris from Cage Side with Christopher James. First of all, so happy you guys are all here today in Coconut Creek. For Hector, how does it feel to be, for the first time ever, not the prettiest person at the table? I mean, that honor goes to Thiago, of course.
I mean, I think that's got to go to that lady. No friendly.
All right, so David, I spoke to you BKFC 11. We were in Mississippi. I asked you a direct question about Paige Van Zandt, and you deflected it very well when I said, so is there any truth to the rumors? And you were like, I wish there were. Well, here we are today. So obviously that was in the works all along. Tell us exactly for you how that truly came to fruition with you and Paige the first time you spoke.
Well, it happened on two different fronts, actually. One was a good friend of mine and one of our commentators, our lead commentators, Sean Willock, had commentated with Paige in the past, and he had mentioned that let's get Paige on board to commentate. So we reached out to them, and the schedules just conflicted, and she wasn't able to commentate for us. And then as she was fighting in July or June, when did you fight last?
That's a question.
Whenever she fought last overseas, we knew that she was becoming a free agent. So Sean had reached out to us again and said, hey, she's a free agent, or she's about to become a free agent. I think it'd be a great time. So we made the move. Dean Toole, actually, he owns Island Fights, as you know him very well. You ring announced for him. He reached out to us, and he had a great relationship with First Round Management and Malky Kawa, and he thought it was a great idea that we reach out as well. We talked internally. We made an initial offer, and of course, if anyone knows Malky, that offer probably doubled. But what we look at is it's great to have Paige Van Zandt with us. Paige Van Zandt is not just I consider her a very, very good fighter. She's a very talented fighter. She has a great social media following. She's, I would consider almost an A-lister as she's out there. She was on Good Morning America. She was with Dancing with the Stars. What else I really want to say about Paige, though, is Paige, with all those things that I just said, doesn't have to do this, right? There was a lot of offers on our table. So how can you not take your hat off to someone that wants to test himself and challenge himself? Because how do you become great? You become great by challenging yourself. And she's challenging herself here for greatness. And I think that greatness is going to come out, and this is going to be a very, very big win-win proposition for everybody involved here. So we're very happy to have her on board.
Yeah, and obviously I'm going to throw it out there. I'm guessing she's the biggest financial signing you guys have had so far. The reports are a multi-million-dollar deal, somewhere in the upwards of $3 and $4 million with incentives if she goes out there and beats the crap out of people, and she does what she's supposed to do. So is that number true?
It's a good deal for her. It's a very, very good deal for her, and it can be extra lucrative if the deal works and she performs well and we perform well, and it's a great relationship. It can be a very, very lucrative deal for her. But I think she's smiling underneath that mask because she's a great deal for her and for us. It's not a one-sided deal. She has deliverables. She's going to deliver on them, and we're going to deliver to her financially. And I think we're both going to be very, very happy parties at the end of this relationship.
Thank you. The next question for Thiago. A few months back, I was out front. I came here to interview Luis Antonio Pena, and we had a conversation in the parking lot, and we were talking about you possibly going to ONE or to the Pro Fight League. And BKFC never crossed my mind, and it never crossed your lips. Was that already in the works going back then, or was that something that came up after you and I spoke out here in front?
No, that came out after. I was in talk with different organizations. And, the number wasn't right. It wasn't right. It wasn't what I wanted, and plus, I know there's life outside of, the biggest organization, MMA, UFC, but I wasn't as excited to do what I do, when you've been so long competing at the highest level, the biggest banner out there, to go from that to another, to a different organization, if the money it's not perfect, and it wasn't the case, and then Malky Kaur, the man, the myth, the legend, got in contact with BKFC, and they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And at the same time, it's something new. I've been around for a very long time. I fought for the belt. I was 25 years old when I was a kid. I came here, I was 19 years old. I spoke no English. I had $50 to my name, so everything happened very fast for me. When I caught myself, thing kind of passed. I had a lot of injuries, it was a awesome journey, but I'm excited now that I have kind of like a new beginning, in this badass organization. I know better. I know my mistakes that I've done in the past, and I'm excited to be here, to be a part of this, to help grow this sport, to grow this business. And I want to make history. I'm ready for violence. I'm ready for blood. I was talking to Paige. If you look good, you look good. So I'm not worried about cuts or anything. And then it's South Florida. We have a lot of great plastic surgeons here. So if you guys see me at the end of my career with hair, that's kind of blonde, don't judge me. But all jokes aside, I'm ready. I'm excited. And I'm here to become a champion.
Awesome. And, Paige alluded to it, and, your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is top notch and everything. And Paige alluded to not having to go into the wrestling room every day, now just work on your striking. Does that give you a sense of relief that you're just worrying about just throwing these hands like the guy's going to grab your wife's ass?
Dude, this is awesome lifestyle. Like you don't have to worry about guys trying to elbow you, knee you, kick you, or most of your injuries, especially in MMA training, happens in the grappling, wrestling, live wrestling. That's when I got most of my injuries. You don't have to worry about that. I feel like I'm a playboy now with combat sports. I've always been a playboy combat sport, but now I don't get hurt. I come in, I throw hands, I do my strength conditioning, I do my cardio, I look good, I feel good, I go home, I come back, I coach, and I'm feeling great all the time. Nothing's hurting, nothing, it's compared to the load I was putting in my body. This is amazing. That's why I'm excited, and I'm ready to do damage. Let's see how it goes.
Well, we're all excited. Everybody here is excited to see you go to work in the BKFC squared circle. So congratulations on coming aboard. And now for Paige, first of all, the first time I've ever met you. So nice to meet you. Glad you're here. So your life has been a whirlwind. You went overseas, you fought, you knew it was your last fight. In the last, I'd say 6 months, you fought in the UFC, you signed a deal with FRN, you moved down here to South Florida. You signed with BKFC. Somebody told me you're singing the Super Bowl national anthem this year.
Definitely not.
The whole whirlwind, though, your life. Everything that's going on right now. How do you deal with all of everything around you? Because everything's just popping for you real quick. And of course, the cool videos you make with your husband, the pictures you take on Instagram and Snapchat, all posed up.
Yep. No, honestly, this stuff is easy for me. When people say I could do anything I want, I think ultimately they always allude to something that has to do with my life. That's absolutely not true. I can do anything I want because I went to college when I was 16. There's so many other things that I could be doing with my life, and I choose to do this. But at the same time, I do have, I'm well versed in multitasking. There's a lot of things I can do and many hats I can wear. I'm excited that the thing that worked out for me is my passion. I could go to school and choose to do something that would be me working behind a desk and using other skills that I have, but this is my passion. And it just plays into the fact too that I do have these other skills that I can bring to the table. I feel like if you're doing what you love, you're not working at all, and people just like to see me doing what I love.
Yeah, and obviously Beck Rollins is here. You fought her in the UFC, you knocked her out. But former champion Christina Ferreira has already said she wants to fight you. Helen Peralta has mentioned your name. Basically every girl in the promotion. So is there somebody that you have your eyes on right now that you want to have as your debut fight here with BKFC?
Definitely not. I feel like it's almost the same as when I was in the UFC. I still get that. Everyone's kind of calling me out, and I'm excited. That means I'm wanted, and that means that I'm going to be a relevant name even before I've had my first fight. So I'm really excited to see who I get matched up first. I know that's stuff that whoever it is, I know I'm going to be ready because, you know, I have changed so much because I'm so committed to this. Ultimately, when I knew I was signing the deal, I moved right away. This is what I need to be doing and focused on. We moved here to get me ready, and 6 days a week I'm boxing. I'm doing 2 practices a day. It's amazing to be able to spark my passion again, and I think you're going to be able to see that. And it is so true. Like, you know, as a fighter, we love to throw hands. I just want to go punch somebody, and that's what we get to do. You don't have to think about all the other things and the other variables. This is like basic math for me, and I'm excited to show off my skill.
And you said there was a bunch of offers on the table. You know, I know Bellator, your husband fights there. Were any of them close to being as lucrative financially for you as what David Feldman and BKFC brought to the table?
Yeah, they were. And that's why, you know, it was a few days where we were like, all right, what do we do? Obviously, I love my husband, and it'd be awesome to fight for the same promotion as him. It would be, I guess, easier necessarily for our careers. But for me, this is what I wanted to do. And my passion was here the entire time. So it was hard to convince a few people at first that this was the one I wanted. But, you know, after a good talk with my manager, my husband's like, all right, this is where I'm meant to be as well. So we're both very excited.
And you brought up management. This will be the last one I have for you. You signed with first round management, Malky Kawa and Abe Kawa. And like Dave said, you know, the first offer they made to you probably got doubled because that's how Malky gets stuff done. Thiago's laughing under the mask because he knows.
Yeah.
How integral were they in getting you to this deal? And do you think this deal would have happened without first round?
You know, I think that obviously I do think no matter who I had managed, they were going to come up with an awesome offer. Of course, it's all about having the right team behind you. And I feel right now in my career, I have the perfect team behind me. I have the right management team. I have the right team in the training room. I feel like everything has finally lined up, and I'm going to be set up for many, many years of success, especially because I'm only 26. This is the prime of my career. I haven't even started to reach my peak athletically. And, you know, finally with the right team and the right matchups, we're going to really be able to show that off.
Well, thank you everybody for being here today. And last question for you, David. Just in general, how happy are you now that, you know, the vision you wanted, BKFC is, you know, come to fruition. It's got the drive behind it right now. It's rolling forward. Had the pandemic not come, you know, who knows where it would be right now with you guys. But just in general, just to give us a, you know, 60-second state of the union of your thoughts on everything BKFC. Thanks.
I mean, we're in a phenomenal spot. We worked on this project for 10 years. We had 28 states slamming the door on us. Nobody wanted to give us a chance. Finally, June 2nd, 2018, Brian Pedersen of Wyoming gave us a chance. You know, this is just, you can never listen to no. If you want something,
Let's go.
if you want something as, you know, really, really hard and you work your asses off, you get it. And here we are right now, in August of 2020.
We're not gonna put the champ on the card.
Soon, champ. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Shannon Briggs in the house. Shannon Briggs in the house. So, with that being said, you know, right now in August of 2020, we're the fastest growing sport on the planet. We truly are. We're growing exponentially. We're doing great signings, and now a lot more people are taking us seriously, and we're doing what we have to do to grow this company. And I think that within another 2 years from now, we've been in business for 2 years and 2 more years. I think we're a major player in combat sports.
Any other questions from the media? Step up to the mic.
Dave, I got another question for you. You've got a tremendous fan base down here. Talking so forth. We're antsy to see you come back and bring us another fight, okay? Or 2, or 3. When can we see? When can we see? The champ. and Hector, okay? And Paige, and Thiago. When can we see them down there?
As soon as this pandemic clears up a little bit better with COVID down here and we're able to open up and do events down here, this will be the first place we come.
Hector, you didn't answer my question. I
I was
appreciate what you said.
going to, but they shut me off.
It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate what you said, though.
I don't
Right.
feel old, but
Oh yeah, man.
I feel God. That's what I think.
I know. But look, man, how do you maintain this longevity at such a high level? And you can go, if I want to go back to here, I can go. If I want to move forward, I can go. Any promotion wants you on any of their cards. What makes this now, okay, for you, something that you want to do? I mean, that you're looking forward to? Because I see you're antsy about it. Okay, and you love the experience. But go ahead.
Like I said, I don't feel old.
I didn't say you were old.
When I feel old, trust me, I will do this. Because trust me, I have a bunch of shit going on. Yeah, I'm super smart, believe me. But yeah, I feel good, and as long as I feel good, I gotta do it. I like bare knuckle. First, for what the company stands for, as I mentioned to you. Second, because I wanted to do it. I want to fight bare knuckle. It's not because anything else. I just wanted to fight bare knuckle. I wanted to do it all before I retire. So yeah, that's the answer.
So my question's for us. My name is Steve from the Fighting News. So Hector, we have 3 people up here, including yourself, all fought MMA. You're the only experienced bare knuckle fighting championship fighter. What advice do you have to Paige and Thiago?
I'm sure they're gonna do great. It's like I say, it's all mentor. They already have the mentors, friends. They've been through so many UFC fights, so many other promotions they fall into. So it's just like a small transition because once you're a fighter and you put in one, that's it. And they already have that in they have the strength. Fighters are very unusual human beings. So yeah, I'm 100% sure they're gonna do really well.
Just don't get hit right in the
It's part of the game. If you get hit, you get hit. Yeah, they don't gotta be, got hit, I got knocked out. It's part of the game, they've been used to that. So it's nothing new to them.
Yeah, and Paige, so Christopher mentioned a lot of people that fight already at the bare knuckle. Any of those people, have you looked at their videos and said, I want to fight that girl?
No, I definitely haven't yet. Of course, when I was making my decision on what organization I wanted to sign with, of course, I went and watched as many bare knuckle fights as I could and kind of saw what Monster was getting into. So I've watched a lot of fights. I don't necessarily know anybody by name yet. Beck Rawlings is somebody who I have fought in the UFC in the past. So seeing her actually watch her whole career here, and I was like, wow, that's really neat. That's like something very exciting that she's doing. And so I'm really excited I kind of get to do that because I watched her whole career here too, and she had a lot of success. So
We wish you luck.
thank you.
Once again, Chris from KTAR, Chris from Game. David, I don't want to take any shine from the people on the podium, but behind us here in the crowd is the new Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 155-pound champion, Luis Palomino, and the Bare Knuckle Beast, Jim Allers, is in the house, who's undefeated. They were supposed to fight. Jim had some stuff with his coach, so he backed out of the fight because of health reasons for everybody involved, including all those in the promotion. When are we going to see these two step in the ring? And is Daytona a possibility? September 11th for the belt.
We're going to see that soon. Daytona is not a possibility for that fight. It's going to happen later on this fall. We'll announce it officially any day, but it's going to be a tremendous fight. I mean, we got Jim, who feels he's, should be the uncrowned champion right now. And we got Luis Palomino, who is the crown champion right now. And they know each other. They were friends, and now they have some animosity, and I'm sure they're going to settle inside that square circle. And the promotion, and I think the fans are really, really looking forward to that matchup. I think that's going to be a part of actually a fight where that Paige is going to be on, so it's going to be a tremendous night.
Awesome. And somebody that you've been associated with pretty much since the beginning, Anthony Rumble Johnson. We all thought one day we were going to see him go bare knuckle. They announced yesterday that he'd go back into the testing pool for USADA. He'll be making his way back to the UFC. Give us your thoughts on him going back to the UFC, and maybe when he's done there, comes back here and takes the gloves off for you.
Whatever works out for Rumble. Rumble's a great guy. We have a great relationship, not just a business relationship, a friendship. He was at my wedding. He's a really, really good guy. He's got a great heart, and I wish him the best. And I think the UFC is a great avenue for him. He's going to make a lot of money there. And then who knows? Maybe he wants to smarten up and take them gloves off one day. He will. So,
Anthony, while you're over there, whatever happened to you taking the gloves off and doing the bare knuckle thing, and why is now the right time to go back to the UFC?
Well, I got fat. Honestly, I miss the sport. You know what I mean? I miss the sport. I miss competing. So I know at one point I was against guys coming back from retirement. You know, you usually see them get mopped up. You know, BJ Penn came back, got mopped. I've seen everybody that came out of retirement get mopped up. I just don't want to be one of those guys to get mopped up, but I still feel good. I have no injuries. While I was in the UFC, I didn't really get hit much unless I lost, and that wasn't often. But you never know. You know, I got a couple more fights on my contract with UFC. And then after that, you know, I may fight for Paige.
And it's light heavyweight, you're going back to.
Yeah, light heavyweight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. These guys in bare knuckle are a different kind of beast. I mean, I think we're bad, you know, MMA fighters are, you know, badasses, but to get punched with some knuckles, it takes a different type of mentality to like that. And I don't like getting hit. So we'll see. We'll see. I respect the hell out of each and every individual up here because it takes a lot of heart and pride and just toughness to be up here. You know, I'm trying to find the right words to fit these caliber athletes. I can describe an MMA fighter and what they're about. These bare knuckle fighters right here do is just something different. They're crazy, you know. But I like crazy, and the world is crazy right now. So why not join everything and have some fun? Give some people, join the movement of craziness and just have some fun. You know what I mean? Let everybody. This MMA and sports is what brings society together. So we need this. You know what I'm saying? So you get people some entertainment, some teeth missing, some blood flying everywhere. It brings some happiness. You know what I'm saying? So why not give it to them with bare knuckle fighting?
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's up, guys? Joe, MMA Uncensored. I'll start with President Dave. Dave, a lot going on, obviously, with the global pandemic, but you've got a lot done. Big signings like Paige, Thiago, Hector, Shannon Briggs, and then the zone deal. What's been going on behind the scenes during this pandemic that you've been able to forge forward and get all this stuff done?
We were just moving so fast. I think we had a chance, to really regroup and focus on where we wanted to go, and not just enjoying the ride. And we focused on where we wanted to go. And it's been great to be a part. It's been great to be an upstart organization, and now it's great to be a big player in the major organizations, and that's what we are. We've put on some great fights. We're competing for some of the biggest free agents in combat sports right now. And I think now is our time. And I think that, like I said, in 2 years from now, they're going to say, instead of saying, oh, one show, they're done. Oh, they're a fluke. Oh, they're not going to be around. So, holy shit, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship just took over. And that's what's going to happen.
Beautiful. Great job. Really good job. Hector, my man, I want to ask you something too. Not to discredit Kendall Grove because you got that big match coming up, but there's been some talk on social media and some people want to see it. And I think you want it to happen too, Vanderlei Silva. You see that happen?
I mean,
You in?
yeah.
You got one fight left on your contract, right?
Yeah, I would like to
Okay.
I would like to make a 3-1 with him. It's up to date, and it's up to the president and Wanderlei Silva. I'm in, so put it on.
What do you think about that, Dave?
I mean, it would be a great fight. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of talk about different matchups throughout the organization that involve Vanderlei, that involve Hector, and also let's go champ Shannon Briggs, former world heavyweight champ over there.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's
So,
go, champ.
There's some talks about him being involved in that mix as well. So, we're going to see what happens. They all want to and they want to make a statement, and now's a great time for them to make a statement. And we launched our Bare Knuckle TV app. It's Bare Knuckle TV. Make sure you download that app now. It has all our library, all our different show programming, everything we have. It's going to have a lot of our future fights. It's going to have a lot of our different segments that we're going to do, like some stuff with Paige, some things with the champ over there. So download that app and see all about the future of combat sports.
Thank you, Dave. Paige, welcome to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. I wanted to ask you, welcome to Florida too, so now we're neighbors. That's pretty cool. But wanted to say, you got a great contract. I don't know, obviously, all the ins and outs of the contract, but are you able to do things outside of bare knuckle? Like if you wanted to help promote bare knuckle and yourself at the same time, can you do things like wrestling, WWE or AEW, to have that kind of flexibility to get yourself out there?
You
And
know,
would you consider that?
I don't know the complete specifics. That's something that they work through with Malky. I'm very happy with my contract. Specifics are between managers and promoters.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
She has an opportunity to grow her brand and other things, but not if it involves getting punched in the face.
Understood. Okay, cool. I like it. I like it. Thank you, Paige. Thiago, I mean, 2 questions for you. Part A, what are your thoughts on the Phil Baroni fight? What do you feel your advantages are that you can win this fight?
My willingness to get out there, you know, and just live it up, you know, in the line. I think I have that. And, you know, I'm not overlooking for Baroni, you know, you can't overlook anybody. That's right. You know, it's steps in there. I respect the sport too much. And, you know, we're throwing bare hands. So, you know, if you connect, somebody can, you know, it's always 50-50 every time you step in there. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the challenge. It's something new, you know, something that I was able to spark my fire again. You know, I am in love with this process, this new journey. And I'm ready to get in there and, you know, see how it goes. No, I don't really overthink much, and it's very simple to me. I've done this so many times, and I'm in a really good place. You know, prepare myself for war, prepare myself for battle. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do what I do, you know, and then after that, it's still, you know, win or lose, it's still booze. So.
All right, I like it. I like it. So I want to, and finally, so Hector Lombard, Shannon Briggs, President Dave Feldman, Anthony Romo, they've all been on my podcast. Will you be a guest on my podcast?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Paige, will you be a guest on my podcast?
Sure.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions from the, okay, one more?
Justin Sims, Titan Fighting Championship. What have you 3 done as far as any kind of hand preparation now that you're going to be fighting without gloves?
Great question. Great question.
Any kind of, I mean, what are you guys doing? Punching bricks at night? Or? Yeah.
Great question.
I make sure my forearms and on my wrists are always strong, so I'm always doing forearms and wrist exercises. Make sure my hands are strong. You know, I punch bag with no gloves. You know, just to make sure my wrist is strong for impact. And I'm doing everything I possibly can to make sure, you know, this breaks whatever hits. You know, it never breaks itself. So, you know, you have to test it out. You can really, you know, I can prepare as much as I can, but once, you know, you throw, you never know where you're going to hit, how you're going to hit. So I'll make sure this will be still and ready to go, bulletproof, and we'll see how it goes.
Thank you, Triple. Paige, have you ever been in a fist fight, like with no gloves?
No, definitely not. But I think also on top of, you know, conditioning your hands, I think it's just important to get it as very technical as possible. If you're hitting a target and you can see it anywhere it goes, you know, those danger spots, hitting someone on the top of the forehead, those are the areas where you're going to break your knuckles. You want to just be as specific and targeted as possible. So you don't hit those high risk areas for breaking your hands. But ultimately, it's, you know, a dangerous sport. Anything can happen, and you just prepare. However, I know obviously I broke my arm in fighting. You don't plan for that, but still went on and won the 3rd round with a broken arm. So no matter what happens, I think I'm going to be really set.
Thank you, Paige. Hector. What's up? What are you doing to prepare your hands? You have the most experience out of everybody at the table with one fight in BKFC. Was there anything you did for your last fight as far as
If he breaks, breaks. What else you got?
That's it?
Let me just say something on the broken hand question that you're asking. So far, in 222 fighters that fought for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, we have 8 documented broken hands. So less broken hands than boxing or MMA combined. The difference is it's what Paige said. I think it's getting technical. It's learning how to punch and where you're supposed to punch. And some fights end up a little wild, but a lot of these fights are very technical, and they call boxing the sweet science. This is the sweetest science because you do have to pick your shots, and because of that, and I just want to elaborate on that just for one more thing, that we have less injuries totally combined, except for lacerations, than any other probably sport on the planet. And it's amazing to say that it's bare knuckle fighting. You think everybody's gonna get killed, everybody's gonna get all this head trauma. They're not getting the head trauma. They're getting lacerations. They're getting cuts. That's it. I mean, and cuts heal. Right?
Yep.
Cuts heal. Brain damage doesn't heal. You know, different injuries to your knee, different injuries to your elbow, to your shoulders, they don't heal properly. Cuts will heal. So I just wanted to make an exclamation point on that, that this is, safety is first in this organization, and the misconception on broken hands is 100% a misconception.
That's an amazing stat, David. Thank you. So you would say that the cuts are just more superficial and look like, more theatrical.
Well, I mean, nobody wants to get cut, right? I mean, who wants to get cut? Nobody wants to get cut. But I mean, if you have a chance of comparing getting cut or having your brain rattled a lot, I think you're going to take getting cut every day of the week.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Any more media?
Dave, I got two more for you.
Sure.
Your powers of persuasion must be great, because what is it that you do to get beautiful women to get in that ring and bang away with bare knuckles? I mean, the ladies that you have competing in bare knuckles are absolutely not only great athletes, but also beautiful women.
I think it's an opportunity for anybody, not just a beautiful woman. It's an opportunity for any man or woman right now at this stage of the company's growth and the sport's growth to really catapult into superstardom, because there's not that many fighters in this organization. There's not that many fighters in this sport. So where do you have a chance to be a superstar? In a sport with a small pool of fighters or a big pool of fighters? We definitely have a better chance here. And with that being said, I think it's also word gets around. If you treat someone bad, you're going to tell a lot of people that you treat someone bad. If you treat someone good, you're telling a lot of people you treat someone good. And we treat a lot of people really, really good. And I think word's getting around about us. And I think that's why a lot of these bigger names are starting to knock on our door.
Your growth has been in leaps and bounds. Your fan base down here, bare knuckle fighting championships, it's really just unbelievable. All right. Got two men in here, Jim and Luis. I wanted to know, can you let us know, will you have their match, their fight down here in South Florida?
It all depends on what happens with COVID, really. And in all honesty, I want it here. I would love it here, but it depends what happens. It will be in the state of Florida. 100% will be in Florida, and it will be this year. And they're going to battle it out. It's going to be one hell of a fight, and I really can't wait. As a fan, as everybody's been following this organization, the sports growth, they know I'm a fan first. I mean, I love this sport. I love everything about it. I built it from the ground up, and I want to see great fights. And if I don't see great fights, I voice my opinion at times, and sometimes I should just keep my mouth shut. But sometimes I don't. I mean, I love it. I have a passion towards this, and that's what this sport's built upon. Jim Allers, 4-0, bare knuckle beast, versus Luis Palomino, 2-0, fought everybody in the world. These are two unbelievable fighters that don't know how to go backward. They move forward, and when it can bust. So it's going to.
What you have here today, looking around this room, is the who's who of fight media and combat media here in South Florida. And I know all of us are with bated breath waiting on this one, because all of us have tremendous affection for both of these men, right? And we sure would love to see it down here, so I'm going to ask for it, okay? Can we get it down here?
Talk to the mayors.
Yeah, one last thing, I'm not even gonna get to the mic. Can you allude to the tryouts coming up and how important they're gonna be in the growth? Because I know we have a tryout coming up August 29th in Kansas.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of those. We planned on doing those last year a lot, but some things happened. But we're going to be doing a monthly tryout in a different state that we're legal in right now. Right now, we're legal in 7 states. We should be legal in about 14 states here in the next 3 months. And then, as the dominoes fall, they will. It's a great opportunity for us. What it's going to do is we're also going to be overseeing another organization. It's going to be called Total Line Fight Series, and it's going to be made up of different local promoters around the country that are going to be doing bare knuckle fights. And it's going to be kind of like a minor league effect to us, where we can pick out some of our bare knuckle fight championship fighters, and those fighters from the tryouts that Nate's going to run are going to compete on those shows, and then compete on on the big show, on bare knuckle fighting championship.
Pros only though, you're not doing any amateur bare knuckle at any time.
No, I mean, that's what you get arrested for.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everybody on the table. Appreciate y'all.
All right, no more media questions? Okay, well, I guess at this point, we can invite you, a lot of major stuff going on, as you can see with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So at this point, we're gonna keep you up to date on everything, whether it be the 9/11 fight, which we're so proud to present to you. Of course, in Daytona here.
When we gonna see the champ? Ooh, that's what
We're gonna talk in a few minutes, but also, Brian, I want to let you know that we are gonna open up to, a limited amount of one-on-one interviews right now for about the next 20 minutes or so, and then everybody's gonna break. So if you want to catch these people, make it short, and sweet, and get your interview in, because you're not gonna have a chance for a while. So, thank you very much to all the media for coming out. I really, really appreciate it. We're gonna take one final pick, so if everybody can get up, we'll take a pick.
Alerts and Baboon. Alerts and Baboon. Alerts and Lewis. Alerts and Lewis.
Yeah, definitely. Jim and Luis.
Rumble. In the middle. In the middle, Rumble.
You look so great.
One, two. I actually had a question. What is up with that fake ass belt over there, man?
Come take it. You don't like it? Come take it. You don't like it? You know your belt ain't worth nothing. You earn that belt. I want to see it. You earn that belt. I want to see it. I want to see it. What do you say? Who is the
You want it? Bring it up. Bring it up. This is you right here. This is you right here. Bring it in.
All that ass whoopers you got in the gym messed up your brain, right? How many ass whoopers did you get in the gym, Jim? How many ass whoopers? How many times did I school you? Even in your own world, you jim, you got your ass out. Like,
this guy is included. He's been knocked out too many times. Never made, man. His memory is gone, man. Never been knocked out.
Come on.
Check this out. 16 losses. And he got more losses than I got fights.
Wow, man. I only got one question. What you say? What's the question, champ?
Where were you when we were supposed to fight? What happened?
No, hold on. Round two of the tournament. Hey, you're gonna fight Jim. If I'm gonna fight Palomino,
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna do it for the title. They have the title. They put the title on the line. They put the title on the line, and what he does, he gonna show up.
Come on, go, Chad. Why you gonna show up, Chad?
Let's make this fight happen.
Oh, there's no answer. There's no answer to that. There's no answer to that.
Chad, get in the middle.
Make your answer today, tomorrow. Like I got this and you got that big shit.
Yeah, 2-year-old guy, 1 week notice.
Shit right there. And I got this. What were you?
42-year-old guy.
What were you? Your coach is not gonna fight for you. Your coach is not gonna fight for you.
Only
Next time.
Let's go.
minutes to call somebody out. Yeah, you know you're not a champ. You know you ain't worth nothing.
All I gotta say,
I wanna see this
I was
fight.
there to fight for this belt. I took this belt. This dude right here is all talk. He ain't showing up.
You know who wins the belt and wastes 10 minutes of an interview to call somebody out? Someone who is secure. Someone who knows up in their head. Someone who knows that yeah, you win a belt and you call me out. How you gonna win a belt and call somebody out? Who does that?
He gave you a little headbutt.